Well, I have this giant canvas here. It's actually not giant, it's only 16 inches, but I feel like painting today. And I've been in a really painty mood the last couple weeks. So I think we're gonna start a painting series today that I really want to hit on. And it's kind of like autumn landscapes. That's what I have in mind anyway. The first landscape that we're gonna do, it's kind of like the beginning of autumn / end of summer. And so we'll like progress through it maybe. That's what I'm feeling at the moment. It could change, but this is gonna be kind of a moody painting, I think. So we'll see. And as always, I will have limited edition prints of this painting. I'm saying that now even though it's not even done. But if you go to mirabyler.com, I usually do limited edition print runs between like 25 to 50 prints. So we'll see. Let's paint. Let's have some fun and create some art. Let's talk about this painting. So the first thing I'm doing is this underpainting. And if you are familiar with my channel, I do this a lot. So if you want to know why I do it, you can watch another video. But for this one, I'm being super intentional about it because this underpainting really needs to shine through the main painting. And you'll see what I'm talking about at the end. But today is an exciting day because we are starting a painting series. And there are going to be 4 paintings in this series. And I'm really excited about this because I actually went into this series with an idea and a purpose in mind. But through painting this first painting, my mind actually changed. And I want to share my thought process with that because as artists, I think we change our minds all the time. And that's a beautiful thing. Like you should be able to change your mind as you're creating and going through your creative process. So I'll share sort of my journey with you. And then, I don't know, if you've ever experienced this as you're creating something before, feel free to share your story in the comments below. But before I dive into this, I have a question of the day for you. So let's just start with that. Do you like change? Like, do you like those transitions in your life, like when you're moving or starting a new job or something big like that? Or is it something you just like, you dread it, it gives you anxiety? Or is it like just such a thrill for you and like, I don't know, just a refreshing thing and it gives you like a whole new perspective? I am definitely somebody who likes change, and so I think that kind of inspired this series a little bit. So you can see here, I'm painting this gloomy sky. It is an autumn landscape. And when I initially went into this painting series, I took this photo when I was driving back from Lake Erie on my way to Columbus. We went on a weekend trip. Actually, if you watched my sketchbook ideas video for fall ideas, this was in that video. And I decided to blow it up on a canvas. So I took that photo and I was like, wow, it would be so cool to do a painting series where I capture the progress of summer turning into fall. So this first one here can look kind of like summer, maybe kind of like fall. It's a little ambiguous. And then we'll just progress into it. So that was my thought. And I thought, maybe the final painting would be like fall in full bloom. The leaves are just bright yellow and orange and red. Well, my mind changed with this painting. So do you remember that question of the day that I asked you folks? Do you like change? Well, I kind of sat with the idea of the word tension. And I think it's because my friend mentioned something in her life, like sitting with the tension of like two different musical notes. And I just thought, that was such a beautiful thing. She has a tattoo on her arm and she was talking about what the tattoo meant. I just thought the meaning of her tattoo was really beautiful, with like two different notes having discord, but it creates this like beautiful music. And so the word tension kind of lingered in my mind. And I was like, it would be fun to capture the tension between summer and fall, because I feel like some people, we mourn the loss of summer and we don't want it to end. And then some people, we get so excited for fall that, we forget that summer is still happening and we're already in fall. We're looking so far in the future. But there's this in between. There's those warm days and those cool days, those gloomy days and those sunny days. The trees haven't quite changed yet. And sometimes it's, rainy, there's moody skies. And then, sometimes there's sunny skies. And I decided, it would be fun to sit with that tension between summer and fall and capture that. So when you look at this painting, I don't know, it doesn't necessarily scream summer and it doesn't necessarily scream fall. And I think that's cool. So I wanted to capture just those sweet couple of Midwestern weeks between seasons and appreciate that moment right before the huge visible change happens with the trees. That felt like word vomit, but that was literally everything that's on my mind. And I just wanted to be real with you and vulnerable with you and share how easy it is to change your mind as an artist. And it's a good thing. If you are doing a painting or a drawing and you change your mind for the purpose or whatever, like sometimes that new change can be more inspiring, and like it's totally okay to roll with it. It's also totally okay to stick with the old thing, but I decided to go with the new one.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
So about this painting itself, like the creative process, this was actually really challenging because I did this with acrylics, and doing clouds with acrylics can be very challenging for me sometimes. But I wanted to intentionally do like not tons of blending and really thin layers because I wanted that underlayer to show through and bring some warmth into the gloomy sky. So I'll show you, as I said at the end of the video, what that looks like up close. But I really enjoyed doing this painting. I really can't wait to do the rest of this series, and I really hope I hold myself to it and complete it. I guess you guys will find out with me if I actually complete it, but so far so good.
Crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out.
So it's a couple days later and I kind of let the painting sit on the easel for a while. Sometimes I do that just to see if I want to add any other details, but I decided I liked it the way it was. So here it is. It is nice and moody. I already talked about it a little bit in the voiceover, but I think I might change the direction a little bit of this art series because I initially really wanted to do like progressing through the season. But now I kind of like the idea of that like tension thing that I talked about. So if you kind of skipped the voiceover and you want to know what I'm talking about, just go back, listen to the voiceover. But here it is. I really like that you can see the underpainting show through really well with this one. Like, do you see that? The orangish burnt sienna color. I did a lot of like thin layers in the sky, and yeah, it worked out really well. I think I'm gonna try to stick with that style for the rest of this series. And oh yes, I went to Blix to get more of that canvas. I literally only needed 3 16 by 16 canvases to like finish out the series. You can see them back there, you know? And they had 3 left, so that was awesome. I already have one of them primed over here and ready for the next painting. So this will be a 4-part painting series. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed this relaxing painting session. I will see you next week for another video. Bye.